Let's talk about ICE. Let's talk about ICE. Let's talk about ICE. Oh, this is about to be heavy, chat. It's about to be heavy. Let's talk about this. Man fatally shot in ICE in Houston was not the intended target, DHS says. This is the one about Lorenzo Salgado. I don't want to fuck the nigga name up. Can I hear how they say it? Here, somebody give me the phonics on this. Somebody give me the pronunciation. Lorenzo Salgado Araujo. Nah, that's bad, man. That's bad, nigga. I gotta lock in. Somebody give me the you know what I mean? You got it, but nah, that's bad. I sound mad American. But that's bad, chat. I want to do the nigga right, bro. Alright, whatever. Shout out, yeah. Lorenzo is the first name. Hold on. Now USA Today, bro. Now you hoe ass niggas, bro. I'm about to remove the paywalls on y'all hoe ass. Alright. This person's name is Juan Joan. It can't be Joan. Joan Sebastian. I'm not even gonna try to say the last name. Guerrero. And what's the last man? This one was today. Have they identified him? They haven't even said the name yet. I don't think they said the name yet. You gotta just roll that R. There you go. Yeah. Wait, another one? Yeah, this happened today, guys. Yeah. This literally happened today. We can talk about this one. A man was struck and killed. Oh, here, let's read this. A man was struck and killed by a tractor trailer in St. Augustine, Florida on Wait, is that Florida? Yeah, Florida on Tuesday following an incident involving federal immigration officers. 4 people inside a car at a Wawa gas station ran off on foot following an encounter with Homeland Security. Officers in a parking lot around 6, Homeland Security around 6:42 a.m. Florida Highway Patrol spokesperson Sergeant Dylan Bryan told News Nation. One of the people inside the vehicle ran across the Florida State Road 16 and into the path of a tractor trailer. The person was struck by the vehicle and later died after the tractor trailer's driver stopped and attempted to render aid. So let's really talk about this. In the past week, we had Lorenzo, what was his last name? Araujo. How do you say it? Araujo? Lorenzo Araujo. You had, in the past week, you had Lorenzo Araujo, who was stopped by ICE and fucking shot and killed. You had, in Maine, you had Joan Sebastian, who was also shot and killed in Maine. And then you had this person who was basically led into traffic and hit and killed. These situations so fucked up to me, bro. Like, I really want to go one by one. Let's go one by one. A Mexican national was stopped at 7 p.m. local time while driving to work and was killed shortly after. I want y'all to, first of all, remember, this is the whole thing about this whole immigration thing is, yo, we got to get the criminals out of here. A Mexican national was stopped at 7 p.m. local time while driving to work. Was robbing a bank? No, driving to work, right? DHS said on Thursday that the stop was initiated because they saw a white van with an individual who resembled the target of an operation. So a person ends up dead because DHS saw a nigga that resembled somebody, a target, and the person ends up fucking dead. They have said the officer shot in self-defense. Do we believe that? Let's see what self-defense of what, though. Passengers in the van and the victim's family have disputed the department's account, and the agency's legal watchdog has opened an investigation into the fatal shooting. The agents involved in the shooting were not wearing body cams. So much for the whole Reform ICE bullshit, right? We done with that bullshit now? And officials have not released any images or videos relating to it. Okay. So let me put this on paper. So DHS, this started with DHS shooting a working man. Shout out Blue with the motherfucking sub. You know what I mean? Shout out Blue with the motherfucking sub. Shout out Dub with the motherfucking sub. You know what I mean? Shout out to the subs. Shout out to the subs. Shout out to the subs, chat. W sub. Make sure y'all sub up. Let me run an ad just in case. Oh, the ad already ran. All right, the ad just ran. I ain't gonna run another ad. I got y'all. Make sure y'all sub up. Sub up if you don't want to sit through the ads. They said Salgado had been working as a builder for 3 decades. The nigga that the man that Lorenzo Salgado. Lorenzo Salgado had been working as a builder for 3 decades. 30 fucking years. These is the criminals that ICE is after. Okay. He had no criminal record and was close to obtaining a work permit. He was driving himself and 3 co-workers to a site when the incident took place, they added. So there are people, there are genuine heartless fucking idiots that are going to sit here and be like, he should have self-deported himself. I want y'all to understand, and for the dumb fucks that say shit like that, shame is not enough. Shame's not enough for saying some shit like that, right? Because let me tell you something. Nobody, it doesn't matter if you're here illegally, nobody, or not even here illegally, if you are undocumented, because that's the thing, nobody's fucking illegal on stolen land, gang. So it doesn't matter if you're undocumented or if you're a documented citizen. There should not be motherfuckers rolling around and could just take a nigga who been working in this community for 30 fucking years, take his fucking life. That should never happen, right? And if you say it should happen, what you're saying is, what you're understanding or saying is, me, as a working class citizen, as a low-level fucking citizen, I should be able to get my life taken away by a random nigga who wanted a 50K bonus. I should be able to get my life taken away for whatever reason. And the reason why I say that is because these are trial periods. This is what we call a trial period. You remember when we would talk about all of the ICE shootings and how they were going to get worse after Renee Good, Alex Preddy, Keith Porter, they were going to get worse, right? It's not even the blatant fact, which is black people have been getting killed in this country for years and years and years since the inception of this country, right? It's the underlying fact that you motherfuckers genuinely thought that Renee Good... Did you think that Renee Good and Alex Preddy was going to be the only niggas that died? These are trial periods because they want to see how far they can get. They want to see how many people they can kill without there being a widespread abolish fucking ICE sentiment throughout this entire fucking country. That's what they want, right? They want to see just how close we can get, right? And here we are. We've now gone a week and we've had 3 people die. Let's talk about the next dude. Let's talk about the next person. The man identified by lawmakers as 26. This nigga is a 26-year-old, right? The man identified by lawmakers as 26-year-old Joan Sebastian Guerrero was shot and killed Monday morning in Biddeford, a city about 15 miles south of Portland, Maine, according to the Department of Homeland Security. He was authorized to work in the United States and was the father of a 3-year-old daughter. let's put this on paper. What do it mean what do it mean he was authorized to work? The nigga had a social security number. Meaning he could go get it, nigga, he could get an Amazon job. He could work at your local warehouse. He had a social security number, and I'm sure he probably had a resident card, a green card. If he didn't have a green card, I'm sure he had documents leading up to him getting one, right? Because he was authorized to work in the United States, right? The nigga, I believe, and I don't want to get, because this is horrible, but I'm pretty sure the man who was shot, this man, Joan Guerrero, I'm pretty sure he was shot in the car with his daughter in the car, with his 3-year-old in the car. His 3-year-old got to watch her dad get executed. How is this not making sense to people? Let me tell you why I'm building up. Let's build up some more. His 3-year-old watched him get shot. These dumb fucks put him in handcuffs. They handcuffed his fucking body. They rolled him out the car and handcuffed his body, trying to make it seem like they was arresting the nigga. The nigga's dead. And he's done now. That's it. 26 years of life cut short. 3-year-old daughter gets to grow up without her father. You know, this the party of families. This the party that is all about the family man and all about that shit. Right? Let's get into the last one. The man that was just hit by the car. This man, which I don't know if they've said his name yet. I haven't seen nothing about his name. Let me see his name. Let me see if I can get his name. They haven't said his name yet. At least to my knowledge. They haven't said his name yet. This man in Florida was killed by a truck while fleeing ICE agents. Well, if he didn't run, then he would be. If we didn't have masked fucking assassins running around harassing niggas and scaring people to the point of them running into the fuck, like, oh my god, bro, niggas not getting it. These niggas is so scared. They're running for life. They're running for life, and he just lost his because Billy Joe Bob wanted $50K, a $50K bonus. Let me tell you the course of action. Let me tell you what needs to happen. Let me tell you the course of action. We cannot falter on none of the bullshit no more. Any politician, fuck a politician, any person. Let's start at the person. Any person that is not fully against ICE, abolish it, fucking under the jail and prosecute everybody. Everybody involved. That means people who have contracts with him. That means people that means Spotify ads. That everybody. Prosecute everybody. If that's not the timing that the person you're talking to or the people you're around is on, you need to change the people you're around. You need to get people around you that's around that wavelength, that type of thinking, right? Unity in that sense. 1. 2, and this is the biggest one. Any politician that thinks they are going to get voted in without the sentiment being fucking abolished and prosecute everybody involved with Homeland Security and ICE in its entirety and completely restructuring how we do immigration. If that is not how you are talking as a politician, whether it's going into the presidential election or it's going into the midterms or it's going into I don't give a fuck what else. If that's not how we're talking, my nigga, why are you in my face? We're not giving no vote to nobody. Peace out, Bardock. We're not giving our vote to nobody that's not on that wavelength, gang. It's fucking ridiculous that we still have to do this whole back and forth thing about whether ICE should be reformed or whether ICE needs to be... What are we talking about? Here we are. Now ICE then killed, 14 people or some shit like that in the last year? They've killed 14 people this year? When will it end? Is my question. And when they can kill all the Hispanic motherfuckers in this country, all the illegal motherfuckers, all the legal motherfuckers, they can kill them all, right? But at that point, Once they've rid with him, who's next? Is that not a question that we're asking ourselves? Who's next? Who y'all think next? They done already criminalized everything against a certain group of people. Who do y'all think is next? This shit is absolutely exhausting, bro. This shit is absolutely exhausting. I also want to say this, bro, the way white people just like, y'all all of a sudden forgot what ICE is, huh? Huh. That's interesting. White people don't know what ICE is no more. They forgot. You know why? Because because Lorenzo and Joan Guerrero, they wasn't white people. Joan Guerrero and Lorenzo Salgado aren't white people. So white people completely forgot that like ICE is still running rampant. It was only when they killed the white people is now you get all the posts and you get the Jimmy Kimmels and everybody coming out the woodwork saying Alex Preddy should be alive. Abolish ICE. What happened to it? We ain't never gonna be free the way white people be in this country, gang. Because minorities like Lorenzo and Keith Porter and Breonna, people like that die to state violence, they're not really people. They just the stories. They're just stories. They're just headlines. They're just pictures. They're just blurred images. That's all they are. People like Alex Preddy and Renee Good, those are patriots. Those are people that died fighting for freedom. Those are people that should be alive today. People with families, people with whole entire people you can kind of visualize them. White people can visualize them having dinner. Oh, Renee looked like me. She looked like my mama. She looked like my friend. You can't do that when you have a minority in there. And that's really fucked up that it shows in y'all support for the thing. It shows in white people's support for how you barely are hearing stories for real about Lorenzo and about Joan. You're barely hearing stories for real. You're barely gonna hear stories about the man that was just killed in Florida. You're not gonna hear it for real. Not out of white people's mouths. Because they're not white people. These are the things that we talk about. You want to talk about solidarity. Those are the things that we ain't even figured out yet. ICE is already immoral just on the principle of dehumanizing immigrants. Them killing random people just setting everything over the edge. Exactly. If you had to guess, why do you think so many people of color are working with ICE? Because that's how people of color have been bred to be. When you are the oppressed people, that's generations of trauma. That's generations of brainwashing and propaganda, and couple that with capitalism, couple that with in rising prices. Yeah, here, 50K, and you can come round up these niggas that look just like you. And niggas say, okay, because really it don't got nothing to do with me and my morals. It got everything to do with these are illegal people that we just got to round up, and I'm getting money and paid for it. It also puts you in a position of power because look at the world we live in. Do you want to be the nigga left there not knowing how to shoot a gun, not having no real saying nothing? It's niggas that will literally join ICE and think they gonna move up the fucking ranks and change some shit. You a dumb bitch. Oh my God, you the dumbest bitch. You the dumbest bitch. You think you gonna move up the ranks of ICE and change some shit. You goofy bitch. Ask every police officer ever who done joined the force to change some shit. Ask them how that's going. I guarantee you if it's a nigga that really was trying to change some shit, he ain't a police officer no more. She ain't a police officer no more. I guarantee you. And if they are a police officer still, then they fucking bent over like a good bitch. That's what they did. They ended up at somewhere down the line, they bent over like a good bitch. RP them, bro. Condolences to them, bro. Condolences to them people. It's so fucking heart-wrenching to see this shit all of the fucking time. Are we going to talk about the parasites in the CDC? No, we're not going to talk about that shit. I got to go pick my dog up. I'm going to keep it a bean. But we might talk about it tomorrow when I stream.